Alright, YouTube, I would just like to point out, I haven't even been up for, I think, 20 minutes right now. I wanted to point out that when I said I was going to do an election live stream, it means PM, not AM. I will not be live streaming in the morning. I have to go vote, I have to get prepared, I have to make sure everything's ready. I've also got to get some food. Now, I've already got my caffeine supply, so that's all good. And coffee, so I'm gonna be roaring up all day, but I've got to make sure I've got enough so that, I don't crash later on in the evening. But yeah, so it'll be 7:30 or 8:30 thereabouts p.m. You will see it in the in your subscriptions list, probably, I guess. Sometimes YouTube gets buggy. Go vote, especially if you're in a competitive state. Now, if you're not from the United States, of course, yeah, you can't vote. So unless you're in Virginia, apparently, or something like that. There's spam going around right now. It says Obama's encouraging illegals to vote. That's actually not true. That's Tea Party propaganda. But yeah, go vote, because in some of these states, especially, I'll tell you, Michigan, Colorado, Pennsylvania, if you're in one of those three, or if you're in Florida, one of those four, I suppose, the result is likely to be very close. That is, I expect Trump to carry three of those states, but at the same time, if his fans don't get out to vote, I think there'll be higher turnout, but that relies upon you, because most of you are going to be voting for Trump, I would assume. I can't imagine that the kind of people that got sent to this channel by Red Ice Radio and are living in the United States are Hillary Clinton fans, or people that are following like Sargon or H.A. Goodman or something. I don't think there's a whole lot of love for Hillary Clinton, so I don't have a problem admonishing people just to vote. Vote your conscience. For 99% of you, that means you're probably voting for Trump or Johnson. I can't imagine there are many Clinton supporters on the channel, which is good. I wouldn't vote for her. I think she'll probably start a nuclear war again. Last call here. I'm not going to have to serve if she starts some fucking war. Some of you might, but it won't be me. Not unless good 10 million people die and our manpower is utterly depleted. Then they'll start coming after people who are pushing 30. Till then, enjoy yourself over in Syria or Iran or wherever she fucking decides to invade. So yeah, I encourage you all to vote. And don't vote alone. Bring a friend that you know is probably going to vote the same way, but at the same time, they're kind of lazy. They're stoned. They're a little bit under the weather, they get a cold, or, oh, it's too cold outside to go vote, or if you're down in, like, Florida, oh, it's too hot outside to go vote. Don't let them get away with that. Drag them out if you have to. Shove them in the voting booth. Get them there any way that you can, because higher turnout alone, I'll tell you, in an election where some of these states are so close, potentially, regardless of what you think of polling error or whatever, just assume that it's almost a tie in some of these states. You could literally have a few hundred people swing the election. We saw this in the primaries, right here in Vermont, by the way. Trump and Kasich were not that far apart in votes. I think it was like 1 point or something. It was like 1,000 people. The vote mattered. In 2014, I think it was, between Shumlin and Milne, or was it 2000, or I can't remember when the fuck that was, because nobody cared. It was less than 1,000 votes that separated the two of them. A few more people voting for Milne would have given him the governorship. He already had it on a county-by-county basis. Technically, he was supposed to win, but he lost very slightly in the popular vote, and that's why they put in Shumlin. We would have had a totally different governor. He wouldn't be running for the Senate right now either, against Leahy. Nonetheless, it would have completely changed the political landscape of Vermont if just a couple thousand more people had turned out to vote, even if they were just voting against Shumlin, honestly. So keep that in mind. Sometimes you do have a very close result. I'm not a big believer in systemic rigging in most cases, because my feeling is the establishment's not very good at rigging generals because they've never had to. Between Obama and Romney, two people with the same ideas, from the same elements of two different parties, neocon, neolib, they're basically the same. They would have no reason to rig it. It doesn't matter who wins. Either way, the corporations and banks and military complex control both candidates, so why the fuck do they care who wins? All the others, they just place bets on them and then go to town. It's probably more of a form of amusement for the elite than anything else when that happens. This time around, they're almost all betting on Hillary Clinton. They're piling on her. You've got the Bush family backing her up, McCain basically backing her up. What more evidence do we need of collusion at the top levels? So people need to get out and vote because they actually have a choice here. You may not like either of the choices, but they are different. For the first time since before Ronnie Reagan was president, you've actually got fundamentally two choices instead of a one-party state. And like I said before, and I'll say this one last time, Trump's not a messiah, he's a mild reformer. But that being said, he is a reformer. He is fundamentally different from Hillary Clinton. And I think he's superior. Not by light years, but he's superior. He's probably less corrupt. One look at Hillary Clinton's emails. There's a new batch of WikiLeaks out today that people should read through before they go vote if they're undecided. You should seek all your undecided friends for the next couple of hours. Just show them the new WikiLeaks releases. Some of that's pretty bad stuff. Show them that crap and then let them go to the polls. Say, oh, you should go vote. Take a break from the computer. And then you should come back and watch Sticks, Hex, and Hammer hours later. I would stream literally all day, except that I think at some point my voice might give out, number one. And number two, I've got other things that I want to do too. I want to vote. I want to watch some streams too. It's kind of hard to watch a stream and at the same time be broadcasting a stream. Like, I don't have two screens here. I probably should. I don't know. I'll keep up to date on all the exit polling and stuff, though. I'll be doing a lot of stuff online even while I'm streaming. So keep that in mind. I may not be very communicative at times because I'm looking things up, trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. So yes, I will be streaming, but it will be PM, not AM, for those who thought I was going to start streaming before I even got up in the morning. My blood doesn't circulate at 7:30 a.m. It's one good thing about being self-employed. You don't have to worry about waking up early in the morning. If you're a night owl like me, you can wake up later and then work later on into the day, go to bed far later. It's wonderful. That's about all. Peace out.